Hello. So to Leo, I'm going to talk to you today about what Mercury Retrograde is going to hold for you. We have a lot to talk about today and I want to get it taken care of because Mercury Retrograde is coming up on February 18th and will not end until March 9th. This is going to be in Pisces, so we're going to have to deal with a lot today in discussing what you can look out for, what you can expect, and what's going to happen in Mercury retrograde for you, Leo. We have two clarifiers that's going to start out for the general reading today. And this is the Ace of Cups, which means something new is coming. A new emotion, a new friendship, a new connection of some kind. Something new is coming in the emotional perspective and in relationship perspective. And your cup is going to be bubbling over. But at the same time, there's also forgiveness. And this forgiveness implies what has to happen for yourself, what has to happen for everything else around you. Leo is going to his the feminine side. He is the masculine, so he's the man. And he's repenting or asking forgiveness to the woman. And the woman could symbolize the moon, Cancer. But that is the general basis of the reading that we're going to follow through for all the 12 signs, because this is what represents the energy of this Mercury retrograde and what it's going to have an effect on you, Leo. So taking that energy into effect, we have the clarifier of the reversed major arcana strength. So it's 8 reversed. So pretty much, this means that in the past, in your recent past Mercury retrograde, you experienced a moment where you just was not in it. You was very much outside of the norm. You had a lot of issues, and you failed at keeping it in, and you let it out. You let the beast out. And he was there for a minute, and he was just, wrecking you internally, and you're like, how do I fix this? Well, that's where this forgiveness is going to come into play. Forgiving yourself of the past, forgiving yourself of what's already happened, and not crying over spilt milk. Your next card is going to deal with the present. And the present is dealing with the 6 of Swords. So between the time of last retrograde to now you're starting out on an adventure where you've let something go, you sent something out, and you're waiting to hear back what's coming. We have 6 swords that are stabbed into the ground, and they're in the water with the hilt showing up. So that means that the blade has pierced the ground. We are stabilized, and we have made progress to getting this ship to sail. And the ship symbolizes your success, your rewards, your family, your fortune, all your hopes, all your desires, and all your dreams. And what you've been working towards getting them sent out and get them gone. Get them, and moving, pretty much. And you've been working on that. This is what you're going to be working on even more in the future. Okay? And now we have to deal with 5. 5 symbolizes a treachery or a trickery of some kind, where someone is going to be outdoing someone and taking all their swords. Okay? Because this is what we got. We have this one guy, and he's stolen their cards, and they're like, nah, man, we're just done. We're just going to walk away. And there's healing and forgiveness in walking away. Sometimes walking away is the best option you can do for anybody or anything. And you have to do that for yourself at all times. So there's going to be something that's going to be going on. And over probably the same issue, over this one issue of working toward your desires, your dreams, and everything that you've been wanting to work on in this retrograde, you're going to be at some point walking away at the same time and leaving some people disappointed. At the root issue, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is Shiva, Lord or Goddess of Destruction. She is ready and willing to go at this gung-ho. And that pretty much tells me that you have the power of death right now in your words and in everything about you. That once this retrograde hits, you're going to become more fierce than you even realize. And it's going to be happening quickly. That's why we're seeing reversed strength. the beast is coming out, and you're going to have to find different ways to clean up your mistakes when they happen. Okay? So, service is going to be your savior in this retrograde. Finding something that you can do that can give you the ability to nurture like a child, to have a way of servitude, of being generous. We know Leos love generosity, and for you, Leo, when it comes to this Pisces retrograde, you're going to have to figure out ways to avoid the more emotional topics. You hate it with a passion because you like to keep things at an emotional distance. And Pisces is letting things happen to you in your face. It's exposing something to you that you have not been seeing in a while. When Leo and Pisces come together, they are known as a power couple. So you have the chance to actually outshine and overcome a lot if you would just let it happen. Don't be afraid of the beast. Instead, see what happens and work toward clearing up your mistakes. Clearing up the mistakes of what you may feel may happen. But I would not worry about it and get too anxious, because let it just play itself out. You may need to stand up for yourself if there's something important that you're going to have to say. Or you may need to walk away from something that is just too much at a moment. So clarifiers that we're going to be dealing with today on these three cards for past, present, and future is death for the reverse strength, the 9 of Pentacles for the 6 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands for the 5 of Swords. We have 9 twice. Okay? 9 is the number of Lilith. And Lilith is showing herself present in your reading very much today. That tells me that the wild side, this letting loose of that inner fire, it is coming out whether you like it or not. And you're gonna have to watch yourself, because she likes to free herself from patriarchal systems. She likes to free herself from places and people that want to put her down and want to cause her to become downtrodden. And she does not want to be downtrodden. She wants to be seen as equal. So in any situation where you're not feeling equal in any kind of way, where you're not feeling where you're not feeling like you've been deserved of what you feel like you need or you deserve at any given moment with whatever it may be, you're going to want to work on how you react to that, because you have the choices of either suppressing her or letting her loose. And when you let her loose, you're gonna get through some challenges. Let's just say it like that. Death is here to remind you that there's a transition that awaits you in this Mercury retrograde. 9 of Pentacles is here to tell you that you're almost close to your goal. That family desire that you've been wanting for so long, it's getting ready to happen, but you're just going to have to wait. You're going to have to give it some time and be patient. Patience is key when we're seeing goals experienced. And the same thing I will say for the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands says you've been working toward whatever you've been working on yourself, and you've been working on making sure that things are kosher. And whenever things finally blow up, when you finally feel like things, whenever they've reached their scale, you're going to lose your shit. You're going to lose it. Okay, you're going to lose it on these people and on these problems, and you're just going to let them have it. Okay, so I want to tell you that by forgiveness and servitude, forgiving yourself for whatever you've been suppressing, because this is how we're going to get through this problem right here. It is forgiving what you've been suppressing and understanding that you're not perfect and you can't always have it right. And that's a hard thing to come through with Leo, because they don't like admitting they're wrong. But if you can admit that you are weaker right now to yourself privately, then that's what you need to do. Because ultimately, you're going to run yourself too short. And when things go bad, they're going to go real bad. And we don't want that for you. And I don't want to see you have to go through something more tragic and more heartbreaking than what it has to be. Because Pisces is here to help you with a lesson on emotions. And you don't like your emotions to begin with. This is a teaching lesson for your emotions. Okay. That's all I got for you, Leo. Tune in next time. Thanks.